Welcome back, everybody, to our Dinner Party podcast. I'm Lindsay Jagger.
And I'm Keith Williams.
And this is the podcast where we talk about hot topics, news cycles, kind of everything in between. So join us. All right, on today's episode, we've got a few hot topics. Peyton Manning's podium, Surfer Moon's crowd, Assassin or Not, Noah Lyles, Elon Musk, and Florida's now brought to you by Pitbull. We'll get more on that later.
Seems like a very Floridian thing to do.
But he's Mr. Worldwide, so we'll see. I don't know if it stacks up, but he is Mr. 305 also. He has too many nicknames to count at this point.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, first, Keith, I'm kind of loving that we're switching it up. We're both drinking something today.
You know, sometimes two people get thirsty.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes people get together and they have beverages.
Yeah, they do.
They do. And we're both having sparkling ice today. You've supplied me with a beautiful blue raspberry sparkling ice, caffeine. 0 sugar, though. Important on that one.
Absolutely. Going with strawberry citrus today, the sister or the brother of the citrus.
I do like that citrus one. That was pretty good. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It
did that thing where you open it and it doesn't open.
Same. Wait, what was...
Well,
Okay,
look at our lids. Our lids are bent. Maybe that has...
That's user error, by the way. That's not
threw off
sparkling ice.
the integrity.
Mine tastes like a Jolly Rancher. If anyone is a fan of blue Jolly Ranchers, you will like blue raspberry sparkling ice.
That is also good.
Nice.
You know, they have the Starburst ones. Maybe they could do Jolly Rancher flavors.
We need to encourage that for sure. Also, we had like a bit of a short entrance to this. I think I kind of opened our podcast differently this time. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but that's just stylistic choice. So let's get into it, though. Our first topic of today, Peyton Manning put together a podium of his top performances. Kind of different than what you think. Peyton Manning is obviously working with NBC to do coverage of the Olympics. And he did an interview with Kevin Hart and Kenan Thompson where they asked him to kind of rate his various tenures at Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Denver. And because he is one of your official dinner party guests, I need to know what you think he said. So gold, silver, bronze, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Denver.
I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start with bronze.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Tennessee.
Okay.
I think he's got to put... This can get tricky. I'm going to say, as I would want it to be, Denver second, silver, and Indianapolis gold.
You and Peyton Manning are best friends because that's exactly what he said. I think everyone from Indianapolis would say the exact same thing, but Kevin Hart and Kenan Thompson gave him crap because they were like, but Tennessee launched your career. And that was something I didn't think of either. I was like, okay, give colleges credit where credit is due. But I genuinely just think Peyton Manning is synonymous, not even with Denver, but Indianapolis. I could see Tennessee because I was like, if I picked two places that could claim him, Tennessee and Indianapolis, but probably not Denver.
No, Denver just got the leftovers.
Exactly.
You know, I can see why he might rate that higher just because...
I feel like I'm talking to Peyton Manning right now. This is like the exact same conversation he had. I'm so excited that you didn't watch that.
Yeah, I did not see this. But what I would think that he may rate Denver higher than Indy is because when they won the last Super Bowl, he wasn't like that. He wasn't really the reason they won. Like the team
was good.
Yeah, he had a good team. I mean, not to say that when he was in Indy, they didn't have a good team. They had a great team. Mm-hmm. But it just felt like the defense won that Super Bowl. So maybe he...
That's fair. He kind of chalked it up to, like Denver wasn't him in his prime, but Indianapolis got him at his prime. And he was younger in Tennessee. So he was like, you don't have everything together yet. Like, you just don't.
Yeah. And, we built a statue for him outside.
We do. We have a Peyton Manning statue. And we don't have a statue for crap. No one
No.
alive. First off, I think he might be the only statue we have of a living person.
That might be true. I
At least
mean,
in Indianapolis. There could be someone out.
Lucas Oil Stadium, that's the house that Peyton built. That's what they say.
Because there's no way without him we would have approved tax dollar use to build a stadium.
We would still be in the RCA Dome.
Whew, that had a poofy. You know what's so weird? So Indianapolis, for anyone who hasn't been here, it's known for the Brickyard, right? Like it's known for Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which originally was paved with bricks. Our circle downtown, which is the dead center of Indianapolis, is paved with bricks. We are a brick city. A lot of the buildings historically built with brick. Lucas Oil is. The RCA Dome was not. It looked like the old Minnesota Vikings stadium. It has like a pillowy roof. It was interesting. I don't know why it was built like that. It must have been a thing whenever that was built, but it was trash. That thing looked ugly.
It's gone. Is RCA even still a company? I think they
are because they actually are out of Indianapolis.
Oh, you know what? I do think that they still have an office on the north side by the pyramids.
They do, yeah. Okay. Which, by the way, Indianapolis has pyramids. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Nobody knew that.
Nobody knew that, but we do.
They just got painted recently, so they're looking nice.
I thought they were mirrors. They got painted?
Yeah.
It's like...
They painted them.
They paint the mirrors?
They're not mirrors.
Aren't they like... They're mirrored on one side.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, okay, we're both right.
We're both right.
Oh, man, we both have drinks. And we're both right.
Hey.
The caffeine edition is just life-changing, man. You got to get some sparkling ice, people. Well, I love that you and Peyton could have this conversation. You would just spend the entire time agreeing with each other. But now you know, and that's what I needed to add in for this podcast. I just needed you to know what Peyton thought of that.
Well, I was very happy that we both voted or finished the same. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to happen. I was really afraid that he was going to put Denver first.
Right, because like final Super Bowl, maybe that one's special or whatever. Nope. He voted weird.
Doesn't he still live in Denver area?
Yeah.
I think he's in Colorado
I mean, to be fair, Denver is nice. He's in the dead center of the country and he has kids. So I wouldn't want to take my kids out of whatever school they started at that age.
They got nice weather and stuff there. So
yeah. Activities and thing. All right, moving on into some Olympic topics. There was a German surfer by the name of Tim Eder that recently kind of just lost it and then gave everyone a show and mooned the crowd. I feel like everybody has seen this clip. Could you imagine being like having the world watching and you are just ass up in the water? He also kind of like a dead man float too. I was like, ooh, it's funny, but is he okay?
The Olympic stages and you do that.
It's rough.
It is.
There's also a guy with another body part that's been quite popular.
I did see that as well.
Yeah, it's been a body part kind of Olympics, I guess.
Yep.
It's rough. It's rough. I feel the embarrassment. You know what? Like, I don't know if it's more embarrassing, like mooning, but when you watch people fail, like I was watching a sprinting event the other night and a guy fell because it had hurdles. I was watching
hurdles are hard.
And he hit one and just went down. And I was like, first off, I can't hurdle. Like, I can't do that event. I've never attempted that event. But I thought, oh, that's so embarrassing for you. Like, that's so lame. Like,
yeah. And to do it in the Olympics. Like, if you did it during the rest of the year, like when they have their
no one would
meets,
know.
Nobody knows.
No one would know. No one would know. It wouldn't matter. Life goes on. And I get it. Like, this is like, it's like a disease, right? Where we all watch the Olympics and we watch all the sports that we never watch except once every 4 years. And we become experts in it. And we're like, what an idiot. I can't believe you tripped. I didn't have that. I literally have secondhand embarrassment for the failures. Because I'm like, this is the only time in your life it could have mattered. And now it's captured for billions of people to see around the world.
I mean, he's going to be known for something.
Yes. I hope he has a good sense of humor, that one. I hope all of these men have a good sense of humor. Yeah. I feel like tripping is perhaps just more embarrassing, honestly. Like the other one's super awkward.
Yeah,
but I feel like you're like, I mean, it has to happen in hurdles all the time. Like if you A lot of people hit the hurdles, obviously, if they knock it over. I think that's like a time addition or like a penalty of some kind. I don't know if they always trip, but it has to happen where
Oh
you
yeah.
just trip and eat shit.
So did you see this year that you did see, you mentioned it, that now they have Keenan Thompson replacing Snoop with Kevin Hart
Yes.
commentating. That's how I saw the clip, was those two talking
Yes,
about it.
same.
Okay.
Same. Because they're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta.
And Keenan was like, that's why I wear 3 drawers.
Yes. We need backup situations.
Yeah.
I don't know what the pole vaulter could have done. I don't know. Wasn't a drawer situation, but it was a drawer situation.
Tighter. Span that jump higher.
Jump high. Make it over that pole.
Yeah.
You got to do something. Yeah, I don't know. But I just wonder if they feel the embarrassment.
I mean,
or if in the time you're just like, I messed up, that sucks, and you're just like so in the mode of competing that you're like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about that. But then you realize that you became a viral meme, and then you're like, oh,
it's good for the social media.
Perhaps. Yeah, you're walking away with new opportunities in life.
Absolutely.
That's so true. That's the positive outlook. I was thinking, this is your like highlight reel and you're on your face or ass up or junk on a pole. I don't know how to explain.
It's a new way to pole dance.
It's different. I don't think it's gonna catch on though.
It's a long dismount to the ground.
I was thinking about that just watching women's pole vaulting. Like the length those athletes have to fall after they jump is like that would give me like roller coaster vibes. Like I think I
think it would be fun to just jump off, because I'm not vaulting up there, but I would get on a platform and jump into the pads.
Yeah.
Just to
feel it.
Yeah.
It just must be wild to like flip and then fall. Just like fall.
Yeah, because they probably have to train to fall correctly.
Oh, definitely. You may not know this because I just learned this, or I mean, other people know this. Just because I just learned it doesn't mean nobody knows it. But they're like originally pole vaulting, they kind of leapt. They still had like the javelin or whatever they use, like that pole. But they did it like a track, like a hurdle. Like they did it forward facing. Like a guy reinvented it so that you came at it from your back.
They would just...
You went like face first and tried to just like a...
I mean...
I feel it's probably more of like a heave-ho situation.
Yeah, because they can get up higher when they like lift themselves up.
Your feet.
Yeah, as opposed to...
I assume like physics or like something has to do it, but my God, the body strength that has to take.
Yeah, because... and the core, because they're probably pushing, like raising themselves up the whole time.
Oh yeah, every single one of these girls had 6-pack abs, without a doubt, easily.
Olympians are strong.
They definitely all are. Also tuned into breakdancing.
Oh, did you?
Because I felt like I should. First off, it's called breaking, and breakdancing is not what you should be calling it. I don't know why. I didn't get an explanation there, but so I guess I tuned into breaking. Immediately 2 white girls dancing. So I feel like it lost all credibility because we are not the race. We are 2 white people. We are not the race known for dance moves.
What country was it?
Something in blue. Finland? Felt like a Finland. Felt like very, very white people. Could be wrong.
Were you impressed by the breaking?
No, if I describe the start, because they lost me quickly. I will say that. I said, okay, it's 2 white girls. Nope, not doing this. It reminded me like when you're with your cousin when you're young and you create a dance and you go in the living room to show your family. Yeah. It gave that vibe where they were like, okay, we did a thing. Like they walked in and they like started back to back and then they had like a whole deal. Like I'm sure it's technical. I'm also positive that I could not be any closer to knowing how to breaking than I am pole vaulter, right? Like these are 2 things that I certainly can't do, but I don't know. That one, it did give living room performance vibes. Maybe they didn't medal and I watched a bad one.
Could have, yeah. I did see, I think it was the underwater dance, artistic, whatever we talked about.
Artistic swimming.
Yeah, I did watch China do that. That was really cool.
Oh, okay. I heard Mexico like crushed it at that.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Mexico's. I just
Well,
saw.
China, I think, got gold.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
saw. Yeah.
Mexico supposedly did really well. People
Okay.
feel like they got robbed,
Oh.
actually,
Interesting.
on the T front of
Oh.
Olympics. Also, so many people getting kicked out of that village, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
An Australian got arrested today. Today's Thursday, August 8th. Drug deal.
Really?
Don't know if it was just like something fun or like a performance enhancing drug, but yeah.
Yeah.
Arrested. I was like, that's rough. I hope you at least had a gold medal and you were just like celebrating and not like buying like roids on the black market in France.
I did see one of the people, like, they left the Olympic Village on their own because they didn't like it. They were like sleeping like in a park.
I'm sorry, like on a bench? Like
The-
they were
the
like,
bench-
I'd rather go camp.
The bench was next to them. They chose to sleep on the ground.
What?
I don't know why.
Ergonomics.
Yeah. Oh,
That's crazy to me. I don't
Yeah.
think those beds can be that bad.
well, I know they're made out of cardboard.
I've been in like makeshift hotels before. This is super weird. But I went to the 24 Hours of Le Mans as a guest of Porsche. And they turn a indoor soccer stadium into, they don't do this anymore, I guess, but they used to turn an indoor soccer stadium into like a hotel. And so in this little like cubbyhole room that has no roof, it's like
Oh,
they
yeah.
built fake walls.
Uh-huh.
And we had like two, I don't know if they were cardboard, but they were like temporary beds. But honestly, it was super comfy. Like no complaints.
You're like a firm bed.
I mean, no, like everything on it was just like really soft.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it wasn't actually, you didn't feel like you were sleeping on cardboard. Like whatever the mattress was decent.
Okay.
So I guess to me, I'm like, I feel like that's what the Olympic Village is. But maybe this person, I don't know. Maybe it sucks.
I did watch some pole vaulting. Not pole vaulting. Pommel horse.
Oh, did you get introduced to our boy Steve?
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
pretty sick. Also, can you imagine like that boy can't see anything when he takes those glasses off? Like the squint was so hard. I was like, we gotta get Steve Botox ASAP because he's gonna need it.
Botox?
Yeah, like if you squint a lot, you should get Botox
Oh, okay.
to like stop the wrinkles.
Oh,
Because if that boy's constantly having to take glasses off to go do what he does,
maybe he should get some Horace Grant goggles.
I think that's genius. We need to help him out. I mean, I
Yeah.
get that he doesn't need the glasses to see, but like, I don't know. It hurt me to watch him get up there. I felt like it was like
The
we're,
people
like, leading around.
I was watching Pommel horse with, we thought the guy from England got robbed
Interesting. Yeah.
because we were watching him. We were like, his was the most entertaining. It was awesome.
But maybe he didn't see, and that's what's hard is like you can like something, but because we don't know anything, then it's like I guess
Well,
he didn't nail it. But
he
I'm
was
proud of
the-
our boy Steve.
He won the gold the past two Olympics. The guy from England.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he didn't even medal.
Stevie boy just had like the old razzle dazzle.
Yeah, he didn't even medal this year.
You know what? Maybe like awkwardly approaching a pommel horse looking blind is a move.
I did see today that he's like in the top 1.7% of Rocket League players in the world.
I love that for him. I saw today that Elmo tweeted at him. So
Elmo. Elmo knows how to tweet.
Elmo's got Twitter, man. And also you got to be ready for it because Elmo is famous for having tweeted like, how are you, friend? And then like people unloaded some deep trauma on Elmo on Twitter. So that is a follow at your own risk. But he was like, I want to be a specialist in something like, I don't know, like cheering up Cookie Monster or whatever.
Okay.
And Steve said that the best thing about being a specialist, Elmo, is that you get to pick. So Steve and Elmo, BFF, and I like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I refuse to call it X. It's going to be Twitter
Tweet.
forever.
Well, because why do we tweet on X? And also, what is the verb of X?
It's a dumb name.
X. He just likes that word or letter. He just likes X.
That's true. He named his kid X or something.
I mean,
with a
I
bunch
think
of
his
characters.
I think his kid's name is actually just like Alex or something like that. I think that was like a lie, but
I don't know. It's a dumb name.
nobody cares.
It's Twitter.
It is Twitter. Also, speaking of X or Twitter and that guy, let's talk about Elon Musk. We're gonna go a little out of topic of what I listed at the top of the hour here, but Elon Musk about a year ago told advertisers, quote, to go fuck themselves. And now he's suing them. So a year later, X has filed an antitrust lawsuit against 2 large ad trade groups and many more. And what Elon Musk is considering a massive advertising boycott. They're anticipating that they will be down to $2 billion in advertising from $4 billion last year. And he's calling it, I feel like it's essentially, he's like, this is a purposeful or at least a conspiracy. But call me crazy. I'm going to go back to when he told somebody to go fuck themselves. And I think maybe that's why they're not advertising on X anymore.
Yeah, that would not be
like,
good
am I bad at business, or is that like a perfectly acceptable reason to no longer advertise on a platform? Is if you get in like a war of words, so to speak.
He did it strategically, right?
Right.
That's what they would defend him as.
He was trying to engage people.
Yeah.
With that.
He knew what he was doing all along.
For sure. Yeah, you're right. Like, because I'm dumb. Like, I'm definitely dumb. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try that on my boss next time I need a raise. I'll tee it up now, and then next year, I'll be like, remember, you owe me money.
Right. This is how it works. If he doesn't know, then he's not good at business either.
Yeah. Bosses. I literally think this is like the most. I love amusement. I will amuse myself in the worst ways in conversation if I'm bored. So Elon Musk is someone that I watch with great amusement. I will cheer on people for entertainment.
Okay.
So I don't hate Elon Musk, but this is like definitely one thing where I'm like, okay, friend, we gotta huddle up and be like, are they really boycotting you for no reason? Like, I mean, also if they did boycott you, like there's a reason. So like, can you sue them? He's also entering a lawsuit with ChatGPT. What is it? OpenAI and Sam Altman.
Yeah.
I think he's suing them both separately. So one as a company, one as a person, because they broke the rule of like, sharing information.
Oh.
Which I was like, if they entered into agreement, then fair point. So maybe he just was like, I'm getting all the loose ends tied up. Like, let's get my lawyer on the phone. We'll do it in one fell swoop. Lawsuit.
Yeah, he probably got like a 3-for-1 deal.
Maybe.
He's got to save money where he can.
And who knows what the lawyer's like retainer is. So he's like, you know what? I haven't used you in a while, but I'm paying it. So
might as well sue
just
some folks.
Throw some stuff out there.
Yeah.
But he's also about to look like a hero because SpaceX is going to have to save Boeing and go get those astronauts.
Oh my goodness.
So what a wild like ups and downs of Elon Musk.
Yeah. I was going to talk about that too. The newest article where, NASA wants to put them on the what is it? SpaceX Dragon, whatever.
Dragon Ball Z.
And Boeing.
Dragon Ball X.
Yeah, and the Dragon Ball Z. And Boeing is all upset now because they say their capsule is safe. If it was safe, they'd already be back.
I mean, listen, I want to be pro-American companies because I'm not going to be anti a company. I want people to succeed. But girl, like, if I like could look into this camera and see someone at Boeing and say, girl, let's be real. Like,
I guess they spent like
that can be
$1.6 billion. Boeing did.
You know what? But France spent $1.4 billion on cleaning this in, and that's not clean either. So sometimes we gotta just admit that money doesn't solve problems.
Yeah. Oh, I did. It was supposed to be an 8-day trip. That's all it's supposed to be. Now
we're at saying, like what? What day are we on? 60?
Now they're saying what? September. before they can come back?
They didn't get 1 day of brat summer.
Brat summer.
That's happening right now. I can't actually explain it. I'm not that cool. I think I'm too old for brat summer.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to do with the Bratz dolls.
Yeah.
Probably a bit out of your range of things you might have owned or interpreted in your life.
I know what they are.
Okay.
But didn't know.
I think it has something to do with the fact that girls are obsessed with that look and like bringing back that Y2K fashion, but then also like maybe kind of like doing bratty things this summer where you're just like kind of acting up. Either way, the astronauts are missing out on it. Like, what if they were into it? I don't know. I don't know what they had plans to do. All of their plans. They're like, I'm just going to go to like space for a week.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll do like vacation.
Yeah.
But they didn't because they've been stuck in space for months.
They had like a Disney cruise and there's probably no refund.
Definitely no refund on the Disney cruise,
like,
probably.
Isn't that like a clause? What if my husband's in space? You know, like a space clause.
I mean, they're going to have to reach out to Elon Musk and hope that that lawyer can maybe sue for them. Just use that lawyer because like he's already ingrained in all the other ones. I just feel like they can probably roll it in, but you're definitely going to have to sue to get your money back from Disney.
Yeah, because Disney's not going to give it back. They need it. They need all the money.
Right. Their streaming service finally turned a profit, but the parks are actually in a slight downturn on ROI. So, yeah, I don't think the astronaut that was going on a Disney cruise got his money back. And that sucks for his family. I hope they went without him at least. I don't know.
I would. I mean,
that's just rough. Yeah. What do you do? Like, you're stuck in space and you're just like, I'm not making it back for the birthday party.
No. Like,
you didn't even make it back to go birthday shopping. Like, you didn't have a present or anything. You didn't line it up because you're supposed to be gone 8 days.
Or he got like a new lawnmower he was all excited to use this summer.
The grass is tall because your wife was afraid to use it.
She hired somebody to use it. Yeah, she didn't want to.
He's not putting lines in your yard either. That guy's like doing a zigzag pattern and you know it.
$20.
Oh, yeah. No, it's actually just the kid next door and he's aggressive and weird.
He's weird.
Your lawn, you just feel like.
Why is he weird?
I don't know. You just know because he's like a teenager. I've never met a not weird teenager.
All right.
I just feel like you can't help it. You're a teenager. You're weird.
So
like it's unfortunate.
You don't like teenagers.
It's the most unfortunate time in a person's life to be a teenager is to just like you're at your ugliest. If you peaked in high school, no, you didn't. Because you're a teenager. Like, if that's your peak, then your life was never good.
But they don't know that. Because I remember when you're a teenager, you think like, oh, I'm so cool.
No,
they don't know.
No, they're blind to it.
Yeah, they don't know.
Definitely like in hindsight, but like the cringe. I actually feel like I was aware of it. I feel like I was aware that being a teenager is cringy because I can remember like friends being so in love with someone and I was like, but you're not gonna marry them. Like, we're teenagers. Like, I literally can remember thinking anytime any person I knew where it like blew up in their face, like unless I was again just like invested in it for the entertainment, like I still had the like step back moment of like, but we're just like it's high school in Indiana and we're teenagers.
Serious
like none
business.
of this is that deep.
Yeah. I tried to hang out with everybody.
Same. I actually won a Friend to All award.
Friend to All?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, some of my friends were like, why are you hanging out with the preppy kids? I'm like, they're going to be our bosses one day. You know that, right?
I got to get in good now.
I want to get the good jobs.
You got to be friends with everybody because you never know. Like, Elon Musk was over in a corner eating paste and now he really is everybody's boss.
Yeah, he might fire you on Zoom or something later.
Oh my gosh. Because he'll just like see your name. Like, he will never know that you were hired until one day he sees your name on something and then immediately fired. No questions asked. You just know. You just know that happens. He's like, wait. He was like, Bob Denning?
I should try to get a job at X and just like never do anything.
I think you could do it. I think there's probably enough layers to that company where maybe you could become like a ghost employee.
They trimmed the fat, but now I think they trimmed too much. Maybe they need to add it back.
Be a project manager. I feel like that's something where like if there's enough of you, you could probably like
Could tell somebody else to do it.
Yeah, like just like dip off and nobody knows.
All right. I'll be top project manager.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. And then when people ask you questions about projects, be like, you gotta have so and so report in on it.
Yeah, let me check with
Just show up for the big meeting, actually.
yeah.
And
Let me
then
check
you're
with Bob. He's the one in charge of all that. He's supposed to give me the numbers and he never did. I'm gonna fire Bob.
good. And freaking Bob Denning, you know, he went to high school with Elon Musk. So I think he made fun of you. Like find some odd yearbook quote that insinuates something. We've incriminated Bob Denning. It also, if that's actually your name, sorry, I made it up in my head.
Yeah, I do remember my high school yearbook quote. It was
Oh, I don't.
We're not playing golf. We're working on our projects. That was one of our teachers told us that because we were in the class playing golf.
But you were working.
We should have been working on our projects.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what mine is. I don't think mine was anything clever, honestly.
But we made fun of him because he didn't pronounce it golf. So I do remember in the year, but it was golf.
Golf.
GAWF is how I
Jared Goff.
picture it. So
yeah,
we always made fun of him, and then that's how it showed up in the yearbook is golf.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Golf. It's a good inside joke. I like a good inside joke.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Back to Olympians for a moment. There's a kind of inside joke, not inside joke. It's more of just a really deep cut of a throwback. Do you remember Nelly and Kelly Rowland had a song back in the early 2000s?
I know you're going to say it.
Exactly. And Kelly Rowland is disappointed in her boyfriend Nelly, and she is texting on a classic Sidekick, which is like one of these phones that like flipped up and had a keyboard. And then the screen zooms in on her texting, and it's not on a text screen, it's an Excel document.
Yeah.
And all of the Olympic athletes got the flip phones, like the Samsung flip phone.
Oh, yeah.
And so one of our girls like said she was in her Kelly Rowland era, and she pulled up Excel on the phone and like pretended like she was like texting and angry.
Nice.
And like,
yeah, that's been like coming back because I follow on Instagram. I think it's like, I don't know, something to do with Microsoft Excel.
Yes.
I just follow that page, and then they post things.
I love that.
They post that one a lot.
Yes. It's so good. I love a nostalgic throwback. It's iconic. All right.
Oh yeah, now people are actually that same Excel thing. They're using Steve, our pommel horse guy. He's a meme now. You know him sitting there like that. You know when the Microsoft Teams ding comes. Yeah.
He looks like someone who knows all the shortcuts in Microsoft Excel.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that in the best way because I am pro Steve.
Yeah, he's doing some VBA scripting,
100%.
macros.
100%.
Yeah.
He knows he could probably launch Boeing's spaceship from Excel.
Heck yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of stuff with Excel.
Steve can do anything.
Yeah.
Especially pommel horse. And we're going to stay on the topic of the Olympics because the next one is one that's been talked about enough, but we haven't talked about it. And I'm obsessed with him. 51-year-old Yusuf Dikek is how I'm going to say it, from Turkey. So supposedly people were saying originally no hearing protection, no eye protection. The man does have glasses, but he did not like have like real eye protection.
All these contraptions.
And he didn't have like for real like hearing protection, but apparently he did have like kind of just like the little beads you stick in your like the wax or whatever. So I guess he like technically had some stuff going on, but just like t-shirt, hand in pocket, gun, and landed a silver medal. By the way, do you know the backstory to why he picked up shooting?
No.
He was going through a really nasty divorce.
Oh God, this is gonna get good.
That's the story.
Oh, that's it.
But now I'm like, people are making fun of him. Like, is he an assassin? I think he had planned to be.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Had planned
he
to
was
be.
training.
He was working on it.
Man.
We were getting there, kids.
Woo.
I was like, that's too short of a story, Yusuf. You can't just unload people and be like, I had a really nasty
know.
divorce. So I picked up guns and shooting.
Maybe Yusuf comes up with a better story next time.
I think the country of Turkey needs to just get their assassins in line. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing. If he did not go into the Olympics as an assassin that just happened to moonlight as an Olympic athlete, he is now an Olympic athlete that is for sure an assassin for Turkey. For sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Like, or if that ex-wife of his is missing, we know what happened now. Someone check on her. What's she up to?
For some reason, he brought 2 phones to the Olympics.
2 phones?
I wonder what the other one's for.
But they probably all have 2 phones if they got a phone.
No, I made that up.
Oh, okay.
It was
Dang it.
supposed to be
I
like-
really believe
It's supposed to be his burner phone.
I know. He probably has 3 phones then because he got the
3.
free one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's got the flip phone. He's got the like Nokia block and then an iPhone because that's the
Speaking
business phone.
Of the Samsung Flip.
I want it. Can I just say it?
I
I'm an
want
iPhone user and I want that phone. So, but I heard Apple is actually, I pointed at the camera because this is being filmed on iPhone. Oh, let's get that sponsorship. But Apple's supposed to be developing a flip phone.
That's so off-brand.
I want it so bad. I think on brand for Apple is just like what people want to feel good about. So if it's colors, like you get a color phone. If it's flipping, you're going to get a flip phone.
Yeah, I want the new Samsung Fold. I want not the Flip, but the Fold.
No, I know. Yeah, because you get double screen.
Yeah, I actually saw it today.
It's real thick.
They didn't say the company name, but everybody assumes it's Samsung. They're developing one 3 screens, folding, like a trifold.
I got a pamphlet as a phone.
You can like, it comes a tablet sort of.
You know what I
size.
want? Do you remember the like Cootie Catcher? It's like,
Oh yeah.
When's that phone come? I want a Cootie Catcher phone.
Can you imagine texting on that thing? Take 3 hours to send a text.
Like, who will I marry?
Yeah. That's what it was called, the Cootie Catcher?
It was a Cootie Catcher.
Oh my gosh.
I think it'll only be able to tell you where you're gonna live and who you're gonna marry, though. You won't be able to text anyone else. You just get to find out those things.
I can't remember what you did with that. How did you decide how many?
You picked. You had like numbers. You'd have 1 through 10, but depending which way you opened the little trap, it was like 1 through 4, the odd numbers.
Okay.
Like
so like once,
1 through
because you had,
5.
I remember in school, people were making them like all the time.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to change the answers, right?
Yeah. Like, obviously, like you
Yeah.
can't, because you probably have to have like one with like your friends crushing it and then like you're crushing it. And then like all the good houses. Don't forget that. like, like,
What was the other one? MASH?
yeah, MASH
do
you
the
could just
circle,
play.
right?
Yeah. If you're not creatively inclined, you could
Yeah.
just play MASH.
It's the same thing, but
But like
in
easier.
2D. It's in 2D.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want a Cootie Catcher phone, so someone work on that. Let's get complex. I won't be impressed until I can do origami with said cell phone.
That's crazy.
It's coming. It's got to come, right? I don't know. Feels like we'll get there. If we're pamphleting, if I'm gonna get a trifold phone, I should get a Cootie Catcher.
How you gonna put that in your pocket?
Oh, I'm not. I'm reading everyone's fortune with my Cootie Catcher.
Just walking around all day. How you gonna charge that thing? You're gonna need a lot of battery.
It'll be inertia charge. So the more fortunes
Yeah.
you tell, the more cooties you
yeah.
catch.
You're just
more
constantly charging your phone.
The more cooties you catch, the more it's charged.
It runs off of cooties.
Yeah. Obviously.
Wow.
It's a Cootie Catcher phone. What would you expect?
That's like a episode of Black Mirror. Cootie Catcher phone. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, okay, I'm in.
Have you ever seen that?
No, not at
You
all.
haven't seen Black Mirror?
Not at all.
Oh my god.
It's scary though, right?
Well,
Isn't it?
I mean, each episode's a completely different story.
Yeah.
But like one of the famous ones is like the social media one where you basically you go around, you have these phones and you like have an interaction with somebody and you rate them. And if you have like an average rating, and
Yeah.
if you don't have a good rating, you can't like move into the nice apartments or get a house or get a loan.
So I'm gonna do you one better. China does that.
Nah.
You have a social score, and when you cross the street, there's like photos that'll flash up, and it'll give you like your score. Like I didn't have one as a visitor, But like when I crossed the street, like I could see people, or like I saw a woman jaywalk, and so it like flashed up her thing because you get like negative points because you did a bad thing.
That was real?
That's real. So Black Mirror, like you just took like China's normal law. Crazy.
What do they use it for? What do they use the social score for? Things?
Yeah, you can like, I mean, like your employer, potential employers and stuff would know your social score.
Dang.
So
That's just like the Black Mirror episode.
Don't jaywalk. I mean, I'm thinking the Black Mirror episode probably got written by somebody that was like, yo, my friend in Beijing.
Yeah. Huh. Who knew?
Crazy stuff.
I thought that was all fiction.
No, just the Cootie Catcher phone is.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Pretty
TBD,
cool.
I mean, somebody come up with that.
Oh, you know who's going to make the Cootie Catcher phone?
The same people that make the like phone for old people that has like 3 buttons.
No.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
The Shrimp Jesus Cult.
Oh, yeah. Shrimp
Yeah.
Jesus Cult is definitely making me a Cootie Catcher phone. There's got to be some engineers in there. They clearly know how to
Absolutely.
use AI. So I
Yeah.
feel like those are the right people to make that phone.
Man, that's such a cool shirt.
Are we the leaders of that cult? Am I
Just-
remembering this
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. So we just have to find some engineers and we'll be the makers of the Cootie Catcher phone.
What a cool shirt. It just says like Shrimp Jesus at the top and then it has like a Cootie Catcher phone with multiple screens.
We got to have the shrimp necklace.
And the shrimp net. Yeah.
I'm going to go buy that. I know I can find that. I'm definitely buying a shrimp necklace.
With the little grill on it.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Ah, sick.
sick.
Oh, man.
I want a shirt so
like,
bad.
listen, churches can have some good merch and ours is just flat a cult, but like our
Yeah.
cult's going to have great merch. And I honestly think that'll be like the key to continued recruitment rates. So,
And if it's not a cult, maybe it's just like a cool fashion line.
yeah.
It's just called Shrimp Jesus.
Yeah. Legal businesses are really difficult. Getting that like fake religion thing done.
Yeah.
I mean, tax free all the way. So,
Oh, good point. We will be a cult then.
yeah, we got to, well,
Religious,
we're a church.
Religious church.
We're a church.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to another religion topic. Pitbull, because I do feel like that man has some followers.
Yeah.
Our boy Pitbull is paired with Florida International University to sponsor their football stadium. For $1.2 million a year over a 5-year period, the school will get a new anthem produced by Pitbull, which, like, let's go.
What?
I want to hear a marching band play that. And they get 12 social posts, which I assume probably align with each football game. There's 12 football games in a college season, so I assume that's it. He gets 10 days of use of that stadium, so I guess he could like prepare for a tour or something if he wanted. And his vodka Voli 305 is the preferred vodka of Pitbull Stadium.
That's nonsense.
I mean, it is. It's just like I was trying to think of a performer who I would want. I went to Purdue. We have Ross-Ade Stadium, and I was trying to think of like who I would want to have like. I think The Rock, because it would be a really good stadium name, and I know that somebody already has like The Rock, but like if you are sponsored, like screw your Rock. I have The Rock Stadium.
Yeah.
And he has a tequila brand, and I'm more of a tequila girl than a vodka girl, so I pick The Rock. But obviously, his singing, if you've ever watched Moana, leaves a little bit to be desired. So the new anthem could perhaps not be like the favorite. Like Florida International probably would have me there.
Yeah. That's so wild. So he's going to make a new anthem for him every year?
I don't know if it's every year. I think they get a new anthem. I think that's a single new anthem produced by Pitbull. I assume, like, because anthem, like, does it replace the school?
Like song?
Yeah, like, is it an anthem or is it like the new fight song? Like, are all the kids singing this at games or is it just like a hype song? Either way, it honestly feels like a really minimal deal. Like, honestly, like, not a lot of money from Pitbull over the course of years. He should make quite a bit. I mean, assuming people, I guess I've never watched an FIU football game, but assuming people go to those games, the return on vodka purchase, ability to use a stadium when you need it.
That's huge.
Yeah, because that's expensive. And I would guess the school will get something out of 12 social posts. It doesn't feel like a lot, to be honest. I feel like as someone in marketing, I'm like, could you do like, I would want like 3 posts a game, to be honest.
3
Maybe
a
not
game.
posts, but like, well, I'd take 12 posts, but I'd want some stories in there and maybe a couple reels. I think I would have gone bigger, but I don't know any ROI on Florida International University, nor have I ever sold the naming rights to a stadium. So I got 0 experience on that front, but I love that they get an anthem. I'm pretty much obsessed with that point alone.
So I missed it. It's going to be called like Pitbull Stadium.
Yeah, Pitbull Stadium.
Sweet.
Like, welcome fans to Pitbull Stadium.
Do you think they?
And then you drop that anthem, and it's like
Yeah.
something that gives Mr. Worldwide.
It's a rave every football game.
All of their football games need to be at night because I need electric light shows,
Yeah.
like fog machine. Like I need
Lasers.
to be in the club with Pitbull when we drop this anthem.
And yeah, all of his songs that Fireball, right?
Yeah.
You know they're doing that.
Just every Pitbull hit. What was his like OG hit? Like back in like 2004 or something. Like this guy's been around forever.
I don't know. I thought it was Fireball.
Nah,
That's the only one
he's been around for
I know
a
if I
long
heard
time.
it, I would be like, oh yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But I don't know his song names off the top of my head. Not a huge Pitbull fan or listener.
This is super random, but for a while, like when I was in college, I met a few people whose moms had met Pitbull. Like for a really long time, anybody I knew that had like met Pitbull, it was just their mom that had met Pitbull, which like shout out because it means he's hanging out with people his own age and enough men in Hollywood don't do that. They all seem to be creepy. So I feel like maybe Pitbull's not creepy.
Okay.
But also just really weird that I was like, I had like 3 people in my life at once and their moms all had like partied with Pitbull, which also kind of sketchy. What's your mom doing partying with Pitbull? Like, are things not okay at home?
I think I already know the answer, but I need to ask my mom if she knows Pitbull.
I mean, so my brothers have a different mom than my mom, and their mom went on a cruise with 50 Cent once.
What?
Right? Isn't that weird? Like moms and rappers, Midwestern moms and rappers. Like, I don't know what goes on there, but
Wow.
it's a thing. I've run into it too much in my life to ignore it.
It's a real thing.
I just feel like at some, like I'm a white Midwestern woman. I'm in my early 30s. But I feel like, I guess maybe in my mid 40s, I just end up hanging out with rappers. Like, I guess that's just I think that just ends up being a phase of life. Like mid 40s, it's just going to be me and rap stars.
Apparently so.
It's like, look at Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. Like,
Yeah.
I think, is this just like a life path of white women? Like, eventually you end up friends with rappers?
Yeah. Seems to be that way.
I love Snoop Dogg, so I'm in. I can't wait for this period of my life to come. I'm going to age with grace.
You got a lot of things to look forward to.
Yeah. I bet they get invited to Bunko.
Really?
Yeah. I just feel like Snoop Dogg's probably good at Bunko.
So he's the exception to the rule.
Yep, I think so.
All right.
Yep.
Now we know the line.
There it
Rappers.
is. You have to
Snoop-
have a illustrious rap career.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we have reached that time in the show. It's time for a nightcap. Keith, what do you have for us today?
Yeah, I just came across this article today. Thought it was pretty interesting. Logitech. I'm a big Logitech mouse and keyboard guy.
I have a PC at work, which has a Logitech PC and mouse.
I even have my favorite. I even know the model.
Nope, mine came for free. I definitely don't know things about it.
I also purchased them a lot for work. I'm the buyer guy.
There you go. I
The
like that.
Logitech MK545 is my favorite.
Cool.
Love that mouse. Love the keyboard. Anyway, the CEO thought it would be a good idea. I don't know if it was true or not, but Logitech, after this interview, came out and were like, "Oh, that's not really on the roadmap. It's not a real product. We're not even thinking about making that a product." He wanted to come up with a subscription-based forever mouse where you have to pay for software updates for the mouse.
I mean, no.
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 I've never had a mouse last more than 4 or 5 years. they just like the clicker just goes out.
I haven't for a very long time. I just never used a mouse. I mean, I had like Apple's mouse and I've never had an issue with that. I think I've had to bounce around from laptops because of changing jobs or just getting new computer setups and stuff. So I definitely haven't kept a mouse for longer than like a couple years. But also it's a mouse. So no, I'm not going to pay for a subscription service for
Totally
a
not.
mouse.
That's the last
That's
thing.
outrageous. Like he's probably like, he's definitely with Elon Musk suing people, like whoever that guy is. This is what it's giving me. Like
he caught a lot of backlash from people saying he's out of touch with reality and his customers. Like,
well, here's the thing. Subscription-based services are money makers, but he couldn't have run that past sales, finance, or anything else. Because I also think you have to know your product, and your product is the thing that people most often buy the cheapest thing they can find, or whatever. Like, it's like you have a Mac, you buy the Apple mouse. Like most people aren't doing that much research. Like I would say the average user is just buying like whatever is simplest.
Yeah, and Logitech used to be pretty cheap, but recently when I've been buying these keyboard and mice for people, they're getting up there. Like,
probably because he's looking at these like, he's like, how can I make a bigger profit? This is a man trying to make a name for himself in business. And then he will say, look, I turned Logitech that was stable at this many millions, billions of dollars a year. I rose it because I was able to do this. And then he would go on to a bigger company and be like that tech guy. Not going to happen. I think you're unfortunately just an average CEO.
I think he should just go ahead and go to another company.
I've got an Elon Musk quote for him.
Okay.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Yes. I'm a mouse subscription. Like what? So I have a Razer mouse. It's a brand.
Cool.
For my personal computer. It has all this software, it has all the lights and whatever. All the software is free. I'm not like
I would never ever, I should not have to think about a mouse. You know what I mean? Like that's just a part of my daily computer life that like it's on at worst if it's battery operated or like has to be charged. Like that's the only thing I should ever have to wonder about the mouse I'm using. Not is it up to date? Is my subscription going to run out?
My mouse doesn't work. I didn't pay my mouse bill.
Right.
What?
No. Like also, to be honest, the first time if you bought it, probably got the subscription that was like free for 3 months and then it like dings you, right?
Yep. I forgot to cancel that.
Right. And if for whatever reason, like change of credit card, right? And now it's like rejected, your mouse stops working. I'm throwing that thing away. I'm not going to remember that I have a subscription to a mouse. I'll throw that thing, bounce it to Goodwill so fast.
That's the next person's problem.
No, he has forgot what you are selling. Ma'am, this is not diamonds. This is computer mice.
Computer mice. And they actually sell a lot of stuff. Keyboards, mice.
I mean, they are like I would say a larger, probably a larger company, but like a known brand. Like, I think if you deal with technology, you know that brand name. It's not to say like to shit on them. It's just, I think that's the craziest thing that you could ever come up with. And I don't think he ran that thought past anyone. I think he was like speaking out loud and genuinely just thought he had an amazing idea.
Yeah, no, they totally backtracked everything he said.
Yeah, the PR team was like, whoa, wait.
Whoa. We didn't talk about that. Yeah.
For either that or that was like their soft launch. And then they were like, just kidding. And
that's actually what they were talking about, but we're not going to tell the people.
It's that like meme where like you fade into the bush.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we didn't do that.
You got a bush right there. You can just hide.
Exactly. All right. Well, on that note, as we come to an end of conversation, we come to the end of the podcast. Thanks so much for joining us, and stay tuned for next time for another episode of our Dinner Party Podcast. Bye.